Hey guys, and welcome to this video. So today we are back at the monthly Walking Dead reviews, but this time it's issue 171, Fear the Princess. Now, I've wanted this issue for a while, not because it's just the first introduction of Princess, because the thing with these comics is it's black and white. We never actually get to see what their colour is, we just get told what it is. The bright pink really surprised me, plus the highlights in her hair, which I'm assuming is pink dye. I'm just guessing at this point, but yeah. I think from the cover she looks mean, she looks serious, she's ready to go. But in the last issue, issue 170, we were kind of left on a bit of a shocker, where we found out that Siddiq was the father to Rosita's unborn child, who Eugene said he was going to raise as his own. Now, I was thinking, okay, is Eugene going to attack Siddiq or really give him a good talking to? But I guess we'll find out. But I'm going to read through it with us. But yeah, previously, tensions between Rick and Dwight remain as Alexandria recovers from the Whisperer War. Negan makes his way into isolation, only to be followed by Dante, the horse rider from the hilltop. Michonne's caravan arrives in scenic Pittsburgh, which seems to be almost totally empty, dead or alive. There, Siddiq makes a very teary confession to Eugene. He was the father of Rosita's baby. Eugene is still distraught about what's going to happen. Siddiq kind of explains himself a bit more, saying, he was protecting himself. He didn't know what to do. He couldn't hide it anymore. Like, he was scared. He didn't know what to do. Then we get a flashback to one of the starter issues to The New Beginning, when Rosita says, "I didn't love him. He didn't love me. It was stupid. It was just so fucking stupid." But obviously, it wasn't stupid. Well, it probably was stupid, but it resulted in you having a child which now is never going to live because Rosita's dead. Eugene's angry, but he just says thanks for telling him. Siddiq's just crying. He's going on a little bit more. Eugene kind of makes a joke when he says that Rosita had a totally questionable taste in men. I guess that's kind of funny, but then Siddiq just starts crying about it. It's okay. And then we're back on the road again with Michonne's group. She wanted to try something, and I think this is probably one of my most funniest lines of dialogue ever. "Hello, is anyone there?" Now, you got to think about this logically. It's been 4 years since in the world of The Walking Dead, since the comic. It's been 4 years. Obviously, people have died. Millions of people have died, and cities are going to be full. The cities are going to be the most packed places. But then it's just empty, and you got to think, empty cities. That is mental. They stayed in an empty city of Pittsburgh. That's scary to find out. So, she wanted to try it, but I think if anyone had survived that long, you would have always wanted to do that, because you'd only be listening to your voice. Because you got to think, cities are so packed, so full of noise, but then to only hear silence after the world of The Walking Dead, it's something you'd want to try, because such packed, dense, noise-filled areas are just going to be quiet. They're going to forever be silenced. She goes, "Hello," again. Eugene turns around, goes, and this is when we get introduced to Princess. There she is, but they just find her, and there's just one woman. And I think, okay, Kirkman, if you ever watch this video, I will be surprised. I love how you just introduce characters into this world and give them the best lines of dialogue. Like here, Princess, she just says, "Sup." Just, "Sup." Like, that's just mental. And I love how she's posed. Just like, "Sup." Obviously, Michonne straight away says, "Who are you and what do you want?" And then Princess explains like, "Okay, you were the ones who were just shouting hello, is anyone there?" She hasn't seen anyone in a year. Wow, that is a long time. Think about being alone, by yourself, hunting, surviving for a year. It's crazy shit. And she's like, is it it truly is the end of the world? I'm guessing it's just a kind of a joke. They go on for a little bit. She explains herself a little bit more. She asks them what's the capital of Pennsylvania, and Eugene straight up says, Harrisburg. Is that right? I'm guessing it is because Eugene's saying it because he's smart as. She quickly introduces herself. I spent about an hour on the bus home trying to pronounce her name. Juantina Sanchez. Juantina Sanchez? You have to correct me on that. She's always hated it, but she says, please call me Princess. And they actually do. Michonne just goes, nice to meet you, Princess. This is Magna, Eugene, Sadiq, and Yumiko. So Yumiko asks, why Princess? Because Queen makes me sound old. When I got here, the whole city seemed empty. I claimed it as my own. I'm the Princess of Pittsburgh. Come on. If anyone was alone in the city, you'd want to call yourself royalty. I'm guessing that's just funny like that, but I guess that's how humour works. She goes, well, it isn't completely empty. She just literally... I don't know what gun that is. If anyone can identify this weapon for me, that would be a big help, because I want to know how she has got an LMG, a light machine, or like HM, or LMG, and kept it for 4 years, or a year, or whenever she found it, because that makes her look badass as fuck. Because I think people now who have seen this cover will probably think, okay, I'm going to cosplay as Princess. I will actually give a high five to the person who actually shows me a picture of them dressed as Princess. Basically, Michonne says that we should relocate. Princess asks if she can go with them. Michonne obviously says no, because obviously trust is the one thing that needs to be started off with. And she goes, why not? It's just because they don't know. Because obviously if you haven't met anyone before ever in this world, you haven't got much of a choice. And then Princess goes on to say more about trust, saying, I'm a little lippy from not being around people. Obviously, you're on your own fending for yourself for about a year. You could potentially lose a little bit of sanity, just saying. It's 5, yeah, she goes like, there are 5 of you and 1 of me. So she has a death wish. Going on a bit more. Michonne's like, do you always talk this much? She goes, no, definitely not. I haven't had anyone to talk to. Well, I guess she's got to let it out somehow. They go on to talk a little bit. They go on about like race. So like, I'm really liking the ratio here: Asian American, African American, Arab American. That's kind of weird. And it's like only 2 men, only 2 white men. But then Magna goes on to say she's Greek. But she's just saying, it's just like, I'm just saying, as a Mexican American, there are actually quite a lot of, like, I don't want to sound mean, but like foreign natives. So like obviously people who have had like parents who are from different countries, and obviously had like Mexican Americans. So obviously like the mother could have been American, the father could have been Mexican. It's kind of a good concept, really. It's just nice to know that, but. Michonne currently will definitely... Well, actually no, I think it's Princess that says the only minority these days is alive. 4 years into the apocalypse, there isn't going to be many people left. There might not be that many left, to be honest, but then I guess now then she goes on about her brother. My brother and I are rarities. I love it. It's like, who is her brother? We've never actually met. Michonne says she has a point. But obviously she was like, okay, you're going to lower the gun? Michonne's giving the most blankest look ever, and she's like, we'll have to try. They go on for a little bit, saying they're almost there. Yumiko and Magna have a little, okay, this might go tits up, be careful, agreed. And then Princess gives the most stupidest thing you'd do in the end of the world. Or to trust people. It's kind of hard to say this, but goes, look alive, boys, I've brought us some horses. And then everyone, Michonne just quickly reaction like, stop right where you are now. Obviously everyone gets angry and shouty and shit. Everyone's all startled. And then Princess just starts laughing off her face. That laugh, well, I'd like to see that adapted into the TV show. That would be funny. She goes, I was joking, there's nobody here. Right, she has a proper laugh about it. She goes, hold on to my gun, I'll be right back. Because she wants to come collect some stuff. So she might be joining them on the road to Ohio. And Michonne is giving off the most violent evils for a final panel ever. And then we have the letter hacks, but I kind of wanted to talk about this one because recently, well, I don't want to say recently, but like a month or so ago, we lost the godfather of zombies, George A. Romero. He will be missed forever and always. Robert Kirkman goes on how he made, how he started the Pittsburgh story, because he had been thinking about that for a few months, and saying how George A. Romero will be missed, and the Pittsburgh story in The Walking Dead was kind of inspired by like Night of the Living Dead, Day of the Living Dead, that sort of movies, and it's kind of nice to see that. But again, we get a nice little thing here. I caught this in the letter hacks. Someone had mentioned about Negan's storyline, and Robert Kirkman replied, can't see him starting a war with the satchel of pork and beans, but more of Negan's solitary life in 174. We haven't got a cover for that, but I do want to talk about cover 173. It's called Final Fight. Well, for me, when I saw the cover released, I went onto the Walking Dead Wikia to look at the cover, because that was what I'd found out about, and I wanted to know what the description said. And if you'd saw it the evening it came out, or the cover came out, in the credits it would say Beta. And to be honest, judging by the 173 cover, I do think Beta will make his return, and the rest of the other three Whisperers with him. So I think 173 could possibly be like the official end of the Whisperers. Like Beta will be dead or whatever, because he's fighting Jesus. Aaron was injured because of Beta back in 155, I think. But yeah. Oh no, sorry, it was 154. I'm losing the plot here. Sorry. But I guess I can't really do anything about that. But it's kind of I'm curious to see what happens next, because now we've got to wait until the 4th of October to get Hilltop Reborn, which seems like a good issue. Can't wait for that to come out. And I have actually been in my spare time, I have been starting to collect older Walking Dead issues. I recently found, in my local comic book shop, I found a huge pile of issues. Like this massive load here. There was 136, 140, 141, 143, 144, 146, 147, then 146 to 156. Those are my favourite issues. I think like The New Beginning is kind of my favourite story, and I'm kind of going back down the line to get all variants, which is going to be impossible, but most variants and issues of The Walking Dead, and I managed to find in my local comic book shop, the 157A for the Whisperer War, I found a second printing. I saw that instantly. I thought, okay, I'm buying this. Don't know if second prints go for much, but I think second printing, that little label of second printing was buy worthy. I think it was worth the buying, or the £2.40 I paid for the issue. But yeah, I am starting to collect the older issues. If I have to be honest, my favourite comic cover from 136 to now has to be issue 149, The Devil on His Shoulder. That is my favourite comic cover to date, because I just like Rick and Negan. Rick and Negan are my favourite duo. Like 164 I was excited about because they were together. They were together for most of the issue. I loved that issue. But I guess now, Fear the Princess is being added into the Mentos. Welcome, Julia, I'm not even going to say it, Princess Sanchez, because that seems fair, because her last name is Sanchez. But yeah, welcome Princess, and I hope you are around for quite a while, because you are funny as hell. And Robert Kirkman, thank you for introducing Princess to us. You are a legend. But anyway, this is the end of our review. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and a comment down below. Please share and subscribe, because if I'm literally going to be mentioning in videos from now on, 1 second, I will be giving away 1,000 subscribers a signed copy of my mate's band, The Visitors. They do not have a name, but it has some of their songs on there. I think it's Giving Up, It's Alright Now, Carry On, Reason for the Day, Text Me, Watercolours, Impossible, and Facade. If you want to go check them out on their SoundCloud. It is TH3 Visitors, because obviously it's short for The Visitors, but obviously they can't take that. But yeah, it's been signed by all the band members, so Connor, Nathaniel, Simon, Lou, and oh bugger, I've forgotten her name now. Connor, Lily, that's it. Sorry, it just popped into my head. Lily, Lou, Nathaniel, Connor, and Simon. They are a brilliant band. I'm going to be taking photos at their latest band, at their latest gig in Norwich at Open. If you do live in the surrounding area, then go and get a ticket. It's £5 on the door on Saturday night, and I hope to see you guys there if some of you are from the local area. But yeah, this is the end of the video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Guys, I love you all, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.